It's time for change in Russia. This from President Dmitry Medvedev, who outlined a plan for sweeping democratic reforms, with the country's political system first in line. RT's Katerina Grachova was listening to the annual State of the Union address.
First and foremost, Dmitry Medvedev promised that people's voices will become louder thanks to sweeping reforms of the country's political system. The political establishment was listening carefully to his address to the parliament as he sketched out the first steps which need to be taken. He plans to bring those initiatives to the newly elected Duma in the very near future, in the last months of his presidency.
My proposals are to introduce direct elections for Russia's regional heads, to simplify the registration of political parties, to remove the need to gather signatures to take part in federal and regional parliamentary elections, to cut the number of signatures needed to take part in the presidential election. I also suggest changing the system for the parliamentary election. I suggest introducing proportional representation in 225 constituencies. This will allow each territory to have their direct representative in the parliament.
Well, this wasn't as comfortable as usual for Dmitry Medvedev to deliver this annual address, mostly because he had to respond to the most recent events in the country, protests and allegations which followed the December 4 parliamentary elections, and claims that the elections have been rigged. Well, earlier Dmitry Medvedev had ordered a thorough investigation. As a result of that, 50 criminal cases had been filed for alleged violations during the elections. The results of 21 polling stations cancelled. But the president stressed today that elections in any country are part of domestic affairs of that country, and the Russian leadership would not allow any foreign interference.
People's right to express their opinion by all legitimate means is guaranteed, but attempts to manipulate the people of Russia, deceive them, to instigate social discord are unacceptable. We won't allow extremists or provocators to draw society into their shady enterprises. We won't allow interference from outside in our internal affairs. Russia needs democracy, not chaos.
Well, this address looked more like a long to-do list for Dmitry Medvedev should he become the country's next prime minister, rather than a farewell address from him as a president. He again emphasized the role of the enlarged, open government as an instrument to get feedback from the people. This government consists of Russia's prominent figures from different areas of society. It was Medvedev's idea, and he described it today as a social elevator for the most creative and active ones. And he also quoted Eisenhower when he was talking about a model of democracy suitable for Russia. It's not let the government do it for us, he said, but let us do it ourselves.